Welcome to Grey Pendant, the show where we talk about shows, movies, music, and all other things, and give our unique, opinions and views on it. Awesome, which is the top of the top, the cream of the crop, the best of the best. We got Dope, which is very good, not perfect, not the bestest, but hey, it's a good show, good piece of entertainment. We got Meh, which basically is all right, or watched it once, not trying to watch it no more. And then we got straight trash with I'm never watching it again. It was hot garbage. Get this out my face. Why did I spend money on this? However you feel about it. All right. Um, Today we're going to talk about Captain America: Brave New World, the new Marvel comic movie that finally in theaters. That we haven't had a movie since Deadpool, Wolverine, and what was that? August, July was it?
Uh, July.
July, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
July. So it's been a while. So we back. We got a new Marvel movie, and of course, to talk about it, we have to talk about it. So there will be spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Come back and watch what we got to say about talk about it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give our reviews first and come back and talk as a community.
Well, I want to say thank you, my also melanated brother, for having me here, to speak about this Samuel something black man Wilson, Papa Doc, in his past life. I want to say thank you for having me here, to talk about this wonderful, fantastic black man movie, how he did his black thing on Black History Month in a black ass movie. I appreciate that. Now you're wrong about, I, however, enjoyed the movie thoroughly, from front to back. I think young Sam is going to be a fantastic Captain America. He's a human, not a superhuman, and I think that goes and says a lot about his integrity, even though he wanted to cheat and be like the white man, and take the serum and all that good stuff. But then the black man had to tell him, hey, man, don't do that, bro. Even the other his lightly melanated brother, from another mother, young Bucky Buchanan Barnes, had to tell him, hey, my brother, don't do that. Get off the smack, my brother. Don't do that. And I respect that. So, I think it was a high dope. Kids stay off the dope, especially Black History Month, I want to say thank you again, my melanated brother. You may pass the mic over to our other light-skinned, lightly melanated, black, indigenous brother. I appreciate that.
So going into it, I wasn't sure what to expect overall. I do like Anthony Mackie, so I like him overall as an actor. So I was like, all right, let's see how they're gonna do this movie. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed what they did with it. I enjoyed how they made sure that you understood, like, listen, he's not Steve Rogers. He's not a super soldier. Like, he's his own person, his own different man. And Steve picked him for those reasons, that he is his own person. I think they did a good job overall. My little complaints here and there, like part of the choreography was a little off, a little slow, seemed a little weird. But the movie itself, though, I liked, I enjoyed. I can never get his name right, but Giancarlo Esposito, whatever his name is, I liked his character, the way he played it. I do wish Leader had a bigger head, as much as that sounds stupid. I do wish he had a little bit of a bigger head. But what he did, his character, I thought was cool. Like, I overall enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed where they went with it. I think that it's a good MCU film and a good Captain America film, for the role that they went. And I feel it goes along with the trilogy as you follow the movies the way they went. I don't think that it really show him like, oh my God, this should be his own movie. It's trash. Like, I agree that's part of the thing, and I'm going with Dope. I'll discuss more with you guys, when we talk about it all together, but I'm going with Dope.
Yeah, Captain America: Brave New World. Movie went through a lot of reshoots, rewrites, strikes, pandemics, all kinds of things. But we finally got the finished product, and not a perfect movie. Not too many movies are. I was entertained by it. I wasn't bored. Definitely wasn't bored by it. I feel they gave too much away in the trailer, but a lot of movies do that these days. So when we got to the third act, it was no real surprise there. However, I do feel like the third act of the movie still was entertaining and very well done. It starts a little slow, so maybe the first act is where it kind of suffered at. But I think this once they get into everything, the movie definitely picks up and goes. I liked how it connected to the overall universe. We got connections to the first Hulk movie, the Eternals. We got connections to what's to come. Future movies and things. We got connections to all kinds of stuff. So it fits into the MCU perfectly. And I don't know if they're gonna make Sam, Captain America, the leader of the new Avengers or whatever. But it seems like that's what they were kind of like, preluding to. Don't know how everybody's going to take to that, but we'll probably talk about it next after the individual reviews. But I'm going with Dope, and I think more people should see it. Definitely.
Thank you,
Um,
my bro.
so yeah, we all unanimously agree that it's dope. Um, a lot of criticism. The movie, well, basically, as at the time we're recording it, Rotten Tomatoes has it at 50%, split down the middle. That's 50% of people see it as a 6 out of 10 or better, and 50% see it as less than 5 out of 10 or worse. Very. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. Like it's a big split. I don't know. I see a lot of nitpicks. The fans on Rotten Tomatoes got it at 80%. A 7 or 8 out of 10 is about where I have it at. I say a 7. I don't think it was an 8. I don't think it was a high great movie, but I'll take a 7, and I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's a bad thing. So what do you guys think?
I mean, I agree with you.
I can see that. I mean, I can even see 8 also. I mean, it wasn't a perfect movie by any stretch. But I think it not being perfect is a good thing. There really is no perfect
Yeah.
Marvel movie, I think. As great as Endgame and Infinity War were, they
Hmm.
weren't perfect,
Right.
and they were probably one of the most highly touted of all the movies,
Right.
and they weren't perfect. So I don't think we aim for perfection. I think we aim for marginally good and
Hmm.
better. Um, you know, uh, it is amazing that this movie even calls back and even uses scenes from those Hulk movies, which
Hmm.
we thought was like lost art,
Hmm.
like lost into the crates.
But
Because
that was the
hell, we ain't.
MCU before the Disney merger, so it kind of was like, do they really, count it? Do they respect it? Does Feige really, it was all Feige's doing it, but it's like, do they really even count it still? Because it wasn't where they wanted to go. But yeah, it's canon. It's part of the universe, and we see that now.
Yeah, and in fact, you mean you even use the same actor, which
Hmm.
you know, God be glorious for good health. But to use the same God, the same because I mean, God rested there for William Hurt.
Yeah.
You know, we've known that they've gone through different Thunderbolosses. You
Hmm.
know, the last one passed away a couple years ago. So, you know, to even have the same guy who even not even just to be the same stories, but the same guy who wants to play the same character
Hmm.
16 odd years later is
I
pretty
feel
much
like that was one
miraculous.
of my not well, kind of a nitpick to it. It was like John said, he didn't look like the leader. He just his head, he had the eye and the head thing, but it didn't. His head wasn't enormous like the character. But again, as comic book fans, we know what he looked like. So I don't know how that came off to some other people, but that CGI didn't look great. There was a couple scenes where it looked like he was standing in front of a green screen. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of took me out of the movie a little bit. But one of my concerns going into it was because of a lot of reshoots and rewrites and redos, would the movie feel disjointed? And I don't think it did. I don't think the story felt disjointed, even with Giancarlo Esposito being added into it later. His scenes still flowed with the movie. You can see it was just them, just them two filming, scene, doing that scene, and it wasn't done with everything else. But it still kind of fit within the story to me. I didn't feel like that was a whole nother movie, or completely disconnected, or just filmed last week. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel taken out of the movie to me. You know what I'm saying? How did you guys feel? Did you guys feel like the movie was still cohesive, or did you feel the disjointedness of the rewrites and stuff?
No, I felt there was still like all one movie. Like, I didn't feel like I could see, like, obviously there's certain scenes you're like, all right, well, this is but the movie itself flowed. Us being movie buffs and us being picking apart things in general is why you would see that. But I think to the regular audience, no, you're not gonna tell where where, and it
Right.
still fit. Like, the story still fit. They did a good job with it overall. Like I said, I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. And then my little critiques here and there, like like the church scene, his fight scene. I don't know, like, it just seemed like it was off, kind of like Anthony Mackie as a person just couldn't really do the fight scenes that well. Like, he was real slow and off. And in my head, I was trying to be a fanboy and be like, well, no, that's because he's slower than Cap. So but no, that was Anthony Mackie fucking up with some of the fight scenes.
Because I remember, the original person was supposed to be Seth Rollins, the wrestler, in that role, and I think it just kind of just shows the level of professional that Giancarlo is. He's a legend in his game, period. So to throw him into this role, understand where he's at into it, and he fit well into it. He fit pretty well into it. I think that's just kind of just goes to show at the level of professional that he is.
And I think, sorry to cut you off, but I think too, they announced that they have bigger plans for that character, which is why they didn't continue with Seth Rollins, and they got an actor of the caliber of Giancarlo Esposito. So it wasn't that Seth Rollins couldn't handle it, or I think they realized they wanted to do more of the character, and because they could have been a throwaway character like what's his name, the MMA fighter that was in the beginning of Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, Joe St. Pierre. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a throwaway. That was a throwaway character. You know what I'm saying? But I think when they realized, we can do more with this character. We shouldn't just get a wrestler or MMA fighter or somebody that can just come and go. We should get somebody that can actually act and carry either a Disney Plus show or more on. So that's what I feel they so again, to the reshoots and stuff, I don't think it was all reshoots because, oh, this is bad, let's do it over. I think it was a change of plans, especially after the writer strikes, the actor strikes, the director strikes, and people having time to sit and think and change and pivot direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got from it. It didn't feel like, oh no, we want to get this whole different actor to do it, who's going to probably charge us more because he's got awards and things. No, we're going to get somebody that can do more later on in the universe. That's what I took from it. One thing I wanted to get from you guys was a lot of people were down in this movie saying it's the worst ever, whatever. Currently, it has the worst cinema score grade, which out of all the MCU movies is a B minus, and even that is a 75 to an 80. The worst cinema score grade, where they have a B, they have Eternals, Quantumania, and the Marvels at a B, and they have Thor, the first one, Multiverse of Madness, and Thor: Love and Thunder at a B plus. Now, I think this movie is better than all of those, but it also speaks to the MCU having its worst score at a B minus. That still says a lot about the franchise.
I think that's crazy. I mean, I have to watch it. Like, I like to watch these multiple times before I make it a full judgment. But I definitely would say, just from off of one watch, off the rip, I liked it way better than Eternals, way better than Love and Thunder, and way better than definitely better than Quantumania. Quantumania should be their worst movie they've ever done, in my opinion. I don't know if I like it better than Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but I have to watch it again because that movie I didn't like that much the first time I saw it either, and then I liked it more when I watched it the second time. So I do have to watch Cap again, but I could see Cap being better than those, or at least on the same page as Multiverse of Madness, being that B plus. I'm surprised Love and Thunder got B plus though. Like that and Quantumania were bad. They were bad. But I thought it was a better film and better than what we got recently from them. Like things like Quantumania, for instance. So and then like I said, I mean, you had Red Hawk in it, which was dope. I again, the fanboy in me was hoping that he throws a punch and Green Hawk catches it somewhere because I just didn't see how they were gonna fuck with Red Hawk. Like I just didn't, because if you know Red Hawk, like as he gets madder, he heats up more. Like he's not like the Hulk where he gets stronger, but he hits up more. He's already ridiculously strong as it is. So Anthony Mackie can't fuck with him. Well, Captain America, Captain America can't fuck with him. So I was like, yo, what are they gonna do? I was a little mad they did the whole cherry blossom, like Betty, like all sensitive side thing, because Red Hulk really don't have that the way Hulk does, where he gets into like his sensitive mode. Red Hulk is more like, nah, I'm rage out, destroy until I burn up too much, and then you can knock me out. So I was a little mad that
they went the cherry blossom route because people would call back to the Hulk and Betty calming him down, and also Black Widow being able to talk to him. So I think they wanted to keep it within the science of Hulk.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you had to differentiate them. The Red Hulk is not like
right.
The Red Hulk that shit don't work on him.
But it's a movie,
that shit
so
don't work.
they don't have time to delve into he's different because, and he can't. They didn't have time for that. So I
feel you.
Yeah,
I thought when the cherry blossom hit his hand and he looked at it, I was like, he's gonna flip out. He's not gonna calm down. He's gonna flip out even more. I was like, yes, destroy shit. And then when it didn't happen, I was like, whatever.
They kept showing it too, so that's why I kind of figured when you kept seeing these cherry blossom trees everywhere, and then he mentioned, I was like, okay, that's gonna be his kryptonite, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? To make him think of his daughter, and make him calm down, and you know what I'm saying?
Well, am I the only person who actually liked Marvels? Like,
I liked it. I think this is better.
No, I mean, I always say Marvels has a lot of hate, and I'm like, I actually like that movie though.
So if we're keeping it real, the Marvels gets hate because it's an all-female cast. The same way this Captain America is getting hate because it's Anthony Mackie playing Captain America. Let's be real.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you said it.
But you already knew, like, besides people who hate on movies regardless, you knew you're going to have a chunk of people who, just because it's not Chris Evans playing Captain America, you're going to have a problem with it already. So you already knew you're going to have that part of it. Unfortunately.
Right. No matter who, even if it was another white guy. It would have been
not my Cap.
Yeah. And I feel too like Anthony Mackie did a pretty good job of the handling the I'm not him. I think the movie kind of did a good job of discussing that and him again, the call back to when him and Steve first met, and he was actually a war counselor. So him talking and being this type of guy is who he is. So it didn't come off corny like, I didn't want to talk to Hulk. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it didn't come off because it's what he does. He's been a counselor. He's been that guy with Army veterans and stuff. And I like the fact that too, because he still uses his wings to make you not call him Falcon by mistake, they gave him a Falcon sidekick. And even I looked up to you because you were a human being doing these, you know what I'm saying? So I think they did a good job of giving him a superhero origin, feeling kind of thing, but I'm an ordinary man. And I think the movie did a pretty good job on a lot of things. I think the action was good. The fights was a little off, but the scene where they was flying over Tiamat and all that with the jet fighters that was fire. Like, we saw it in IMAX. Like, that was dope. Hulk's transition, again, I wish it wasn't ruined in the trailers and the early commercials and stuff, but when he changed, that was dope. It would have been more exciting if it wasn't already telegraphed and told to us. But I think the movie did a lot of good things. It just felt like it suffered from the timing. It suffered from too many. I think too many. The criticism again, I think, is definitely for too many people just nitpicking, and wanting it to be something else, comparing it to the previous Captain America movies. This is not. Yeah, it's Captain America 4, but it's more a Sam Wilson 1, if anything. So I feel like that's what it should be more looked at as. You know what I'm saying? So we lost Jared. I don't know where he went.
Oh man, I'm here.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think, like I said, I do want to see it again. And I definitely wouldn't mind seeing it again. Like I said, I wasn't bored by it. Definitely was entertained. It didn't drag. I thought the scenes. I thought there was some good acting in it too. The scenes with him and the older, the Black Captain America, and I thought those scenes they really hit. Like, it was dramatic. It was emotional. It had some, heartfelt feelings to it. I thought it had a lot. The parts where they were just talking were still entertaining.
Yeah.
I wasn't bored by that. So, I think they kind of messed up with. It didn't seem like we had a clear definition of what was the brainwashing thing. Because when we saw the video, his phone screen was flashing,
Yeah.
but then it was like music playing, but that apparently nobody else could hear.
Yeah.
Nobody else heard it. Like, so this
Yeah.
music.
Well, what's his name? Falcon. Well, Captain America.
Mhm,
He heard the music because he said, "Oh, once that music started playing, it was like a trigger."
mhm.
But I guess I'm guessing the flashing is the thing that gets you first, and
Yeah.
then from there. But
Yeah.
like I said, I'll see it again. I'll probably take my little man to see it because my little man wants to watch it because of the Red Hulk. So
Yeah. Like I said, I think it just didn't. It missed on a few things. I think if we'd have got more of a definition of what was going on with the brainwashing, things like how the leader, which they never called him the leader, how he was able to do so much behind bars, and like I said, it still was a lot of stuff that wasn't great with it, but I still enjoyed it, and I still think it was good, and I don't think it deserves the hate that it is currently getting. Um, but next up, we got with the MCU specifically, we got Daredevil series dropping in March. I know you're looking forward to that.
hell yeah. Well, I'm looking for the Punisher, but the Punisher in there, but watch him steal the show like he did with Daredevil second season.
And it was supposed to be like 20 something episodes, so we're gonna get a lot. It's gonna be a lot of that, and that's gonna hold us over until Thunderbolts asterisk drops, and then Fantastic Four. So Marvel's back, got a full slate of things going on. Currently, the Spider-Man animated cartoon is on Disney Plus right now. Have you been watching it?
I have not. I haven't started watching it yet. Like I need to though because it looked like it was gonna be good.
It's pretty
So I'm
good.
excited.
It's pretty good. It gives Saturday morning cartoon vibes. A different universe, different take on Spider-Man. I like the little tie-in, not tie-ins, but it kind of parallels the MCU Spider-Man, but not. They do certain things. It's like, oh, I see what you did there, but it's this separate universe kind of thing. So it's different. But it's entertaining. It's entertaining. That's back as well as Jared. But Invincible's back, so we'll be talking about that soon.
Yeah.
Have you been watching that?
No,
You been slacking, John.
I've been busy working, man. I've been busy working. It's been crazy. It's still in my life.
I got you. But yeah, Invincible is about a couple episodes in. Spider-Man's about 8 episodes in. They just dropping those like crazy. So yeah, we'll probably be talking about those soon. Um, but most importantly, Marvel's back. DC will be back soon too. We got Superman. We didn't talk about that really, but real quick before we wrap this up, John, what are your thoughts on that Superman trailer?
I like it. I'm hopeful for it. I'm not. I hate Superman. I'm not a Superman fan at all. Although I did like Man of Steel as a movie, and I liked Henry Cavill as Superman. I like the trailer. I'm hoping it's good. I'm gonna give it its chance. I don't know how I feel because in the cartoons, like I love when he watches like Superman to fight a big monster through the city or whatever. But for the movies, I prefer to fight someone around his size, like Darkseid or something like that. Like, so I know in the trailer they had that big Godzilla looking monster, and I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that, but it's James Gunn. I trust James Gunn. So we'll see how it goes.
What about you, Jared? What's your thoughts on that Superman trailer?
Well, my well-mannered brother, we're not going to talk about that in Black History Month. Ask me that question in another 2 weeks or so. I'll answer that question thoroughly.
I mean, there is a black character in Superman. What's his name?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. So
absolutely, he's terrific.
Oh,
but,
okay. All right. So
I'll say this. Now, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Look, I just like art. Movies are art. Now I'm a fan of art, so I look forward to seeing what happens with that. Right quick, I think we can all agree that even as bad as the leader can look in that movie, he still looked leaps and bounds better than MODOK. So,
I knew you were gonna say that. And I agree.
I think we can all agree to that. I think the world to that. So.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I think more so the background behind him looked weird. It looked like he just really. That's what it felt like it was a reshoot or something. Like it felt like that scene when he was talking to Sam. It felt like he was just standing in front of a green screen. I think that
he
was
looked
more,
better. He looked better when he was talking from the shadows.
Yeah, which obviously you could darken things and hide blemishes. Yeah, for sure.
He looked better. So when we saw it, I wanted to be like, word. But I would after seeing MODOK, like honest to God, after that you really can't get worse than that. So
true. But
jaded.
That's our thoughts on Captain America: Brave New World. Comment. Let us know what you think. Tell us about it. Maybe you feel, maybe you can point out some things that we didn't catch, change our opinion maybe, or you agree with us. You know what I'm saying? Otto's not here, obviously. You notice he's always here, and I know he's got so much to say about this movie. So we'll try to get.
I wonder why that is, my brother. I wonder why.
I don't know, but we'll be back. We'll be back to talk about some more things. And before you know it, real quick.